Hey gang. My name is Tony McMillen. I'm a writer living in Boston, Massachusetts, and I've written a novel called Nefarious Twit. You might have noticed I'm in a big comic book store. That's because I love comic books and I love pop culture and I love, stories that build a universe, build a world. And the story of Nefarious Twit is simply that there's a children's book author named Nefarious Twit. He's a very Shel Silverstein-esque figure. And like 22 years ago, he wrote this last really controversial kids book. And after he did that, he disappeared from the public, and no one's seen the guy, including his own family. He abandoned his family. So the main character of the book is Rick Lime, and he's looking for his father, Nefarious Twit, and helping him is his half-brother, Lou Lime. And unfortunately, they're both really big drug addicts, and they're addicted to a drug called Vitriol, which is a fictional drug I invented, which is basically administered to them as children as a form of Ritalin. And it became subsequently outlawed because it caused a lot of hallucinations and it's a very addictive substance. But the guys kept on using it. More and more, the hallucinations start becoming really eerily reminiscent of Nefarious Twit's children's books themselves. And so they start wondering if they're really, is it the drugs or is reality sort of merging from Nefarious Twit's world? Part of the fun of the book is that I like to invent a world. I like to invent products and places and people and fake drugs. And one of the fun things is that all the main characters, Rick Lime, his brother Lou Lime, and Nefarious Twit, they're all Dershmanian, which is a totally fictional ethnicity I made up. It's a fake ethnic group. It's from a Mediterranean island called Dershmania. And so one of the kind of neat things for me is that it has its own mythology, it's its own customs, it's its own kind of food. And one of the rewards is going to be, I've written this story called Vexus, which is mentioned a lot in the book, and it's this myth about a two-headed wolf and a hero who fights him. And so I've actually written that all out, and so one of the rewards is you actually get a copy of that, an ebook copy of that, and there's some additional art, and it's a really cool kind of, hack and slash sword, fantasy thing, but it's still in the Nefarious Twit world. Once you get into it, it'll build, and hopefully you can tell your friends or spread the message, not just for the Kickstarter, but for the book itself. When you read a book like, oh, I love this book, you should read this. And I think it all starts with you and this Kickstarter right here. Your money is going to go to a number of things, and basically one big thing is getting the book out there and promotion, and also publishing stuff and shipping and ISBN numbers and taxes. It's in order for me to do this, I needed some help so I don't go broke. But I think collectively we can make this happen. The novel is written. It's been written a million times, so it's finished. And so I'm planning on a pretty quick turnaround. And so, if you contribute money here, you get your rewards and, your copy of Nefarious Twit. Hopefully in 2 months' time, it'll have it in your hands before Christmas. I think that you're my audience. I think that people who are into comic books and fiction in general, we like these worlds and we like to inhabit them in our minds, and also we like to pass them on and share them with people because it's a weird community experience. And I'm hoping that my novel Nefarious Twit carries on that tradition. So thank you very kindly for your time, for listening to me, for reading, and hopefully for sharing this. Thank you very much. A lot of times, people write books, they ask you, is it autobiographical? And the answer is, there's definitely parts of me in these characters. The book, despite all the crazy, fantastic, weird stuff that happens in it, it's, I put a lot of heart in this. And some of the stuff is based on me and some people I've lived with and been around. But it's like Prince in Purple Rain, where, it involves stuff that, happened to him, sure, but he extrapolated certain things and expanded certain things and mythologized himself and stuff like that. So it's basically, this is my Purple Rain. You got big trouble.